Hi, I'm Yuvraj Kumpawat, and I welcome you all to the showcase of my final year project, which is a vehicle, a custom vehicle physics system made from scratch, not using chaos physics, and most of the things are just done on Eventic, which is not a good thing, and also I'm using a very old input system, which is also not a good thing. This is the parent class Raycast car. This is working as the parent blueprint class raycast car, and you can see over here it has raycast car component. It has a body. With body, it has all the four top links, which functions as the suspension. Top link FR, top link RL, top link RR, and top link FL. And each top link are connected with the wheel, the brake disc, and the calipers. The calipers are just there for like visual thing. It's more of like giving a sort of like that immersive feel of applying brakes. Why do you guys need to apply brakes? And the brake disc is also connected to the wheel, so when the wheel rotates, the brake disc also rotates, but not the caliper, because the caliper is connected to transform, which is acting as a parent object for the wheel in the hierarchy. Why did I say that? And if you look over here, we have some values, some parameters like suspension with rest, length, travel, stiffness, damper, the minimum and maximum force a suspension has to exert. I will try my best to think all the formulas and everything from the top of my head. Even if I can't remember and I won't able to say it, I'm really sorry. I'll just say it right now. If I can't remember the formulas of some like complex physics calculations, I'm really sorry. Fx is the longitudinal force, Fy is the lateral force. We have debug forces. It's a top, yeah, lateral slip normalized and long slip normalized. Then we have engine, which have its own torque curve, which if you look over here, torque curve, it's basically from 0 to 14,400. I don't know why I did that, but like most of the cars, they use the same torque curve, which is not a good thing. Back torque is -100. So basically, if I press, if I mean, yeah, my framework has a gear shifting abilities, so I can shift gears, I can shift up, shift down, and once I shift down, I can go into reverse, and that's where back torque comes in play. So what my aim for this artifact is try to input all the real life data of a car in the framework and then just make it perform. My framework also has drivetrain. It's all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. Yeah, till now these are the only three-wheel drives I have. So the major issue with my framework is, even though I put all the real life accurate values. Let's say, um, let's pick a car, McLaren Jaguar. Okay, let's see Jaguar. So this value, this gear ratio is an actual value of actual gear ratios of a Jaguar XJ220. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is, if even if I input all the values, I don't have a that another framework for me to compare it and see if it's working, if it's like, if my framework, if the car, let's say a Jaguar, is performing identical to the real life Jaguar XJ220. You get what I'm saying? But I will get there. I will get there at some point. So brake bias was put in here because in some of the sim racings they have brake bias, like how much brake is supposed to be differentiated between the front and the rear wheels. So 0.7, basically all the brake force threads gonna go at the front wheels. So now that's out of the way, let's look at the blueprint. So the biggest, I mean, there are a lot of problems in my framework. First major problem is, since I'm making the framework in Blueprint. Shit optimization. Shit. Optimization is shit. I tried to compare it with chaos physics. Okay, it's something. There are some parts where my framework is doing better than chaos, but those some parts is just unnecessary. Whatever. Let's leave that. So I'm already wasted you guys 14 minutes. Okay. So in event begin play, this is where most of the things are being initialized, storing the component to array. So the top link and the wheel FL, FR, all the four wheels, it's storing it in an array. Then same with raycast, all the top link. Same with suspension. Transmission has the drive type, and then it creates an array for all the drivetrain. Wheels is same as setting the radius and the mass of the wheel. It's initializing engine. And brakes, there's just brakes. So as you can see over here, in this event tech, this is where most of the heavy lifting is being done, because all of the physical, almost like, I won't say very real, but I would say almost realistic physics calculations is being done on the event tech. And the main thing about the framework is, if you go to get engine torque, here is a way where I'm actually setting torque. If I'm getting the torque curve, get a float value. Yeah, so once I get the float, I get the engine torque, and set the engine torque, which is basically like it's doing some sort of hacky way to calculate the horsepower, because since horsepower is torque times engine RPM divided by 5252 in horsepower, not in Newton, yeah, not in Newton, in horsepower. It's doing some sort of hacky way to get the value. And the suspension logic is not good, because since it's using a raycast, it's like a single line trace. It's not good. I need to change that. Then this is the main thing which most of the game company use, which is the Pachecas. I don't know how, oh my god, how do you pronounce his name? Pacheca tire friction model, which is holy shit. Did I do that? Oh damn. Oh my god, I did this? Oh damn. Really? Oh my god. Oh. So the force curve over here, this is what, that's not how that looks like. It looks like this. Wait, I need to change it. Yeah. So this is what basically the Pacheca's friction curve looks like. And most of the game company use this for calculating how much the tire should slip. So for instance, in Unity's wheel collider, there is extremum slip, asymptote slip, and if you define those values, it can basically calculate. It's basically doing the same thing but with its own predefined values. And in my framework, everything is being calculated in real time.
Shot the house, got the beat on suicide as I ride up and down Martin Luther King Drive. Standing tall, looking down on the bloody boy, snitching all day. I look around on the block. Come in the field, man, sell 5 pounds on the block. Ain't you ever seen me young playing clown in the car? Ain't nothing to a G, gang spit, fluent, man, do some pursuing me. Money, my Chevy earned, and Tuesday is ocean blue. 28 sit over you, Ferrari drops a Rover swoop. Hoes sit them out, TVs, I'ma flip them out. 50 bricks, plain shit, tell them niggas ship it out. Down, shining rose gold, feeling like a Mac pose. Cadillac with 5 hoes, make these suckers hate mode. Damn right, we do this every night with the same big pieces, make me like hoes fight. I got that top down, I got them tits now. Got them round, blocks, round, hard, do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. I got that top down, I got them tits now. I got them round, blocks, round, hard, do your thing.